everyone doing tonight? It's my birthday. I have balloons, and most importantly, I have wine and cake too. So on this video, every time I do a little blow on this thing, it's going to mean that somebody super chatted me. Thank you. So that's what this is for. I also have some giveaways today. I'm going to be giving away, I'm giving you presents. I'm going to give away a signed copy of my book. Thank you. And then I'm also going to give away a Maya Angelou poster. It's actually a signed art print of mine. It looks like this, but much larger. So I'm going to give that away as well as my signed book at some point tonight. So I'm excited. You probably can't hear it, but in the background, I am playing Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. These balloons are going to get in my way, but that's okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear the tunes, but it's like the Happy Birthday song that Stevie Wonder did. So it's playing in the background. I'm going to open this bottle of wine because I started the Chardonnay, and this is a Sauvignon Blanc. Thank you. And I have my little extra sharp reserve cheddar and my apples. And then, of course, most importantly, my cake to eat. But that's what I'm eating tonight. So, thank you for tuning in. I wish that you guys could do... Thank you. Hey, RK. Yeah, I know the cake, it's like, R is for red velvet, but R is also for Rachel, of course. But, yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's 3 layers. If you haven't watched the video of me making my birthday cake, it's 3 layers. Thank you, real life. Thank you, RK. I've got to lean forward to like read the names on here because your names are so small. Thank you, Livin and Tracy. Yay. So yeah, you can see my basic wine opener. So that's what I'm using here. So yeah, my friends really made this day super special. I got some presents in the mail, which was amazing. I actually got this shirt, so I think it's pretty cute. Oh yay, lifted bodhisattva. Thank you. Yes indeed, happy solar return. It's a good year for Scorpios this year. Oh, thank you, Roland. I'm going to be blowing on this thing a lot tonight. RK, do you have a P.O. box? Actually, I can just give you my business address. So when we're all done, I'll just put it in the little description for you. I don't have a P.O. box because I hate having to check a P.O. box. So I just have a business address and a personal address. But yeah, so now my Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc are both open. Yay, yes, it is a good year for us Scorpios. So yeah, but I did get, like I said, I got this shirt, I got another shirt and another shirt. I got 3 shirts. I got some boots. Amazing. I never thought that I would actually own a pair of Ugg boots, like real Ugg boots. But a great girlfriend sent me some. Another girlfriend sent me some little Guess boots, which I have on right now. Yeah, so I'm just wearing my little jeans and my Guess boots and this little top. So thank you. You guys are so amazing. I'm gonna stick with my bugs. Yeah, well, I didn't think I would. Hi, Muffy. I didn't think I ever would actually own a pair of Uggs, but now I do, so yay. So yeah, Franklin also made my day by, I think those of you who are on Instagram saw that I posted that, thank you, Matrix, that Franklin gave me a little Starbucks gift card. And the important thing wasn't that it was a Starbucks gift card, but that he wrote on it, to the most loving person on earth, love you, Mom, from Franklin. Thanks, RK. I have not set up my Christmas tree yet. No, I haven't. But anyway, so he wrote that on the card, and then he, most importantly, bought the gift card with his own money. Thank you, Mocha. Love you. Thank you for the compliment on my hair. And yeah, Franklin actually made this vase, so it actually divides into 2 branches. So I love to put flowers in it. So yeah, thank you. So I had a really good day. Usually my birthday is kind of a downer, but today was a good day. So you have to tell me what you're drinking, and does anybody else have cake? Because I don't want to have to eat my cake alone. But obviously you're not here to like help me eat this, or I would totally let you help me because it's huge. But hopefully some of you got cake or drinks or something to participate in my party. So Stevie Wonder's, well, not just Stevie Wonder, there's like a birthday mix going on in the background. I think this is actually Katy Perry. Yeah, this is Katy Perry. So, good old Amazon Fire Stick. You can just enter birthday and then things play. Thank you. Are you making a cake now? Awesome. Yes, please drink with me. I don't like to drink alone. And I got this fabulous, amazing, one-of-a-kind wine glass at the dollar store. It's not one-of-a-kind at all. But I like the color of it, so I spoiled myself and got a new wine glass, as well as some balloons. Actually, I have 3 balloons here, so thank you. You have Powerade and pepper jack cheese. Pepper jack cheese is pretty amazing. So, what else? Yeah, for those of you just tuning in, thank you. I am giving away a signed copy of my book, as well as a autographed, my Cash App is RachelADolezal. $ Rachel, R-A-C-H-E-L, capital A, capital D-O-L-E-Z-A-L. Somebody just asked me that. So this is a Maya Angelou poster that I am giving away. It's a signed and numbered art poster. I'm giving that away as well as my book tonight because one of my birthday traditions is to actually give gifts to, not party favors, but actual gifts to anybody that comes to my party. So I just by nature love to be generous, and sometimes it's hard to afford to be generous because I would just give away everything because I love to give, but more than even receiving, it's kind of awkward for me to receive sometimes, but I'm learning, I'm getting better at it, and I am so grateful for the friends who I have that do give me things. But anyways, yeah, if you haven't, thank you, Kleina. Thank you. I have to lean forward to read some of your messages. Thank you, Max. So yeah, if you haven't yet read my book, I would love to give you that copy and also the signed Maya Angelou art print. So that's what I'm going to be doing at probably like about 6:30 or so. So dollar store. Yeah, PayPal is just, I'll put the PayPal and my Cash App in the description of this video actually when I'm done so that it's easy for everybody. But you can super chat me right now. You can just hit the little super chat button. That's pretty easy. And then I will blow this little thing, and then you know that you've sent me something. So, but yeah, I can do PayPal. Thank you. Yeah, no, I just love to give. So that's a birthday tradition that I actually heard about when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, that's a tradition I can vibe with, is to actually give presents to other people on your birthday, so that people really want to come to your party because you're giving away things, you know. Oh, so yes, you have to leave. I'm sorry. You have to work tonight. You must have a night shift. So thank you for wanting to crochet me a beanie. I love crochet things. I love, so colors that I love are purple and gold and brown and black. Those are my favorite colors, like rich tones. I also like really deep crimson reds. So pretty much like, you know, dark greens, dark purples, gold, things like that. So 3 a.m. wake up call. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I actually just got hired. I got my first job in 4.5 years. Yay! It's been 4.5 years. I got hired to teach online, to tutor for English, but you reminded me with your 3 a.m. wake up call. My teaching times, I found out, are like at 3:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and 5:30 in the morning. So we will see how this goes, because I've got to count on Langston to stay asleep. Because if he wakes up when I am teaching with my headset on, online, because it's online, then, you know, it's all over. So my job starts on Friday, so wish me well. Thanks y'all for congrats. Yeah, because honestly, I've been waiting so long to get hired, so I'm going to try so hard to make this work. But part of me just fears that, well, so it's not students in the U.S., it's students abroad. So it's teaching English to English learners in Asian countries. And so, yeah, it's like plus 16-hour difference or something like that. Hey, just Andrea. So anyway, I am going strong for it, but if Langston wakes up and, you know, photobombs my video session, I'll probably get fired. So just fingers crossed, you know, he's so, like, I don't know. I feel like he just knows when I'm getting out of bed, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to try really hard to make that work, and I'm super excited. So without further ado, I'm going to light my candles. So I decided that I was not going to put all 42 candles on my birthday cake, because I just do not want that much wax actually dripping into my cake. So, right, I'm trying to stay positive. Thank you for that. Yeah, so anyway, I don't want a whole bunch of wax dripping into my cake, so I am just going to have 4 candles, and then I'm going to also light my R candle. You have red velvet cake? Awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to light my, woo, I just burned myself. I'm going to light my R candle. I'm trying to make sure this R is facing you guys. I'm trying to also get it in. I should have done that one first. Anyway, all right, so Franklin just came home, so I'm sure he's going to sing me happy birthday, right, Franklin?
Happy birthday to you.
Here he comes.
Cha, cha, cha.
He just got home from the gym.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Aw,
Love you, Mom.
love you too. So yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna make a wish. Give me a minute. And blew out my candles. I got them all. Oh, here she comes. You know good and well I don't want Nala's hair by my cake. Hi, Nala. Yes, Nala's sweet. I just don't want cat hair. I don't like cat hair by food.
She's good, she's good, she's good.
Nala's gonna lick Franklin now. Thank you. So, yeah, I am going to cut the cake. And because I can't wait to taste this cake any longer. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Stephanie. Langston is still napping, so that's pretty amazing. He gets home late, so, you know, he can't nap till 4 now. But I can't wait to see what this cake looks like on the inside because, thank you, Carl. Because, and don't judge me for my big knife. I like to use the same knife to cut that I do to serve, so I can just serve it right out of the cake. Woo, look at that. 3 layers. Now that is a piece of birthday cake, right? I probably won't eat that whole thing. In fact, I know I'm not gonna eat that whole thing, but I will eat some of it for sure. And I have to show you the inside of the cake because you always have to see the inside of the cake to know if it is good or not. See, there's those 3 layers. Nice and moist. You would eat the whole thing, CS? Yeah, well, you know. I am definitely gonna try because it is my birthday after all. Thank you, Muffy. I have to blow this every time somebody super chats me. It's kind of silly. Also something I got at the dollar store. Because why would you buy, you know, expensive little birthday blower things? Thank you, Tripper and Max. Thank you. Yeah, so this cake needs to be eaten. Oh my God. You have to try this cake. If you have not yet watched my little video on how I made the cake, trust me, that little teeny sprinkle of chili powder, the little bit of citric acid in the cream cheese frosting, all that stuff makes such a huge difference. This is so amazing. I almost bought a store-bought little cake, like a personal size birthday cake, because I thought, you know what, like I don't want to bake a birthday cake. I don't feel like baking a birthday cake because I had the flu over the weekend and I was just kind of like, nah, I don't want to bake a birthday cake. And then I thought, I'm going to be disappointed that the cake doesn't taste right. So I had to bake this red velvet cake. Somebody asked if I like listening to K-pop. I honestly haven't really tried listening to K-pop, but and I have to scroll back to see what Andrea just said. Hold on. I have to get up here to scroll back because I lost a couple of you guys here. RK says he loves the dollar store. Okay. All right. So it wasn't anything super important. Sorry. I just didn't want to like miss one of your messages if it was super important. So anyway, yeah, I should definitely try K-pop. Honestly, I don't listen to music very often because Langston is playing his TV, his cartoons most of the time, and or my hair clients are talking to me or something. So okay, it's cool. No, I appreciate the messages. I'm just trying to keep up and talk and eat at the same time. So, all I want to do is just like eat that cake. But, do you know the singer Tia? She's an Ivorian singer. That sounds familiar for some reason. But like I said, honestly, I don't really look up a lot of music for me. I mostly, you know, listen to the music that my kids are listening to and stuff. So what was it like being on Dr. Phil? Well, first of all, I only went on Dr. Phil because it was an author interview for my book, in full color. So it was, I'm about to drop this. It was an author interview for my book, or else I wouldn't have actually gone on Dr. Phil. So it wasn't like a clickbait audience type thing, but he said that he read my book and really loved it. And he loved how much I was like more of a giver than a taker. And that the media got it all wrong and all this kind of stuff. So that's why he wanted to do an interview. So then, of course, when I was there, which I knew because a lot of times these talk show hosts lie, or their team lies to you to get you there. And then they switched it all up. And, you know, most of the nice parts of the conversation, they edited out because it was like a 90-minute conversation. And they mostly showed a lot of the more sensationalized and oppositional stuff, which sucked. I never even watched the finished interview because I just heard from people that it was terrible and negative, and I was already disgusted by some of the questions that he had asked me when I was there. So, yeah, it kind of sucked being on Dr. Phil. You know? I got really tired of all these people trying to say I lied, and they lied to me to get me on their show, and I didn't lie, but once I was on their show, you know, it was clear that they had lied to me just to get me there. And it was just like really confusing. So I just stopped doing interviews for a long time. But hopefully that answers your question. Thank you for letting me eat. I saw something about, are you going to write a book? I didn't see what the rest of that. I actually have started a couple other books, but I haven't finished them just because I can't really afford to do a lot of like unpaid work right now. So what kind of wine? I started with the Chardonnay, and now I am drinking some of the Sauvignon Blanc. Franklin, dinner's in the oven. Yeah, but dinner's in the oven. There's pizza in the oven. Just dilute the cream. Franklin's saying he doesn't have milk. He needs milk right now. Write a book on hair care strengths. That's an idea. You know, actually my hair tutorials have gotten quite a bit of watch time on my YouTube channel, so that's good. That's positive. I thought about writing a book called Black Hair for Dummies because I know all those books for like dummies are out there, and I feel like so many people are ignorant about different black hairstyles because you get asked all these questions and people want to touch your hair and stuff, and it gets, you know, super frustrating and annoying. So I thought if there was like a book out there where people could just, you could just send them to like this spot, like go buy that book, Black Hair for, you know, Black Hair for Dummies or something, and then like read that and it'll explain it all to you, and then you'll know the difference between cornrows and box braids and flat twists and Senegalese twists and dreadlocks and why some people don't call them dreadlocks, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but I haven't gotten to that project yet. So yeah, I guess Franklin was just trying to make a protein shake or after workout shake because he came from the gym. So we solved that problem. Yeah, I had some whole heavy cream in the fridge, so I'm like, just add some water to that because basically milk is just that plus water. Like milk has water content and cream has, anyway. If you're in a pinch, you can also, I used to actually buy whole milk. I know this sounds super cheap, but I actually used to buy a gallon of whole milk when I was in college, and I would get a gallon of water and I would dilute the gallon of whole milk with water and then put it in 2-gallon containers and then freeze one of them, and then, I mean, it was like serious money saving times. So anyway, you said you'd read it hands down. That's awesome. Yeah, so those are some of the books that I've thought about. Instant skim milk, yeah, right? Exactly. So I also started a book about women who were, yeah, I was making my own. I don't even know if it's 1%, it's probably like 2% because that whole milk has quite a bit of fat in it. But anyways, another book that I started, I got a few chapters into, was Blackness and Whiteness. And I was interviewing several women who have like really compelling stories about either like appearing to be white but being from a mixed, you know, background, black parent, white parent, or being like, you know, lesbian, but like that comes before blackness, like with one woman's identity. Another girl was albino and she was sharing her story about what that means. So like a lot of people that have reached out to me, I had a list of about 20 women who really wanted to share their stories, and I was interviewing them, you know, to complete that book. But again, I just kind of like ran out of steam because I have to survive. I have to do paid work. I need paid work, and writing a book takes an immense amount of time. If you're not getting paid for the actual writing process, solid paying job where you have free time to write, which is not the case for me. So, can you come here for Thanksgiving? Sure, you're welcome. Anybody's welcome for Thanksgiving. Do I ever have to deal with the paparazzi? Yes, there are paparazzi pictures online. I don't really deal with them very much anymore. I mostly deal with random people that think they're the paparazzi who want to just like take pictures of me if I'm in public, which is really annoying and confusing and just weird, you know, because I never really wanted to be famous. I was just kind of like living my life. So yeah, that's kind of bizarre and weird. So actually I'm going to try this. So this is a Houdini wine. And a good friend sent me 2 bottles of wine for my birthday, which was amazing. Thank you, Lisa, if you're listening in. And I love wines, as some of you know. I made wine as a kid, so thank you, Jay. Thank you, Virginia. That cake looks amazing. It is amazing. I am in the process of eating this very large piece, as you can see, which I will continue to eat, especially, I mean, I feel like it really goes, not just the buttercream frosting, which is usually most of what I eat, but the actual red velvet cake is amazing too. So definitely try that recipe. Oh yeah, that really goes well with the wine too. Franklin would be pissed off. Oh, if somebody came for Thanksgiving or what? I'm not sure what that comment was about. He said if somebody came with bad intentions, he would be pissed off. Do I sell my preserves? I do not actually sell my preserves because I no longer have my food handler's permit and my commercial kitchen license, because I had that when I was doing lollipops. But because my lollipop business did not succeed to make money, I had to close that down. And little Lang is actually still napping. Oh, here he comes. I just heard the door. He's coming. He's on his way out. He's going to make his entrance. So anyway, like you have to have a commercial license and all this craziness to sell preserves. Come to mommy, honey. Come to mommy. Honey, he's so tired. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're the balloons. He's so tired. Look at him. He's so tired. He just wants to touch the cake. He said, I just want to touch the cake and the balloons. What you doing, Langston? This is my little teddy bear right here. He's got bedhead though because he was napping. Langston! Say hi. Say happy birthday, Mama. Say happy birthday, Mama. Did I get lipstick on your cheek? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Honey. He loves that cake, huh? It's nummy num. You want a piece? Do you want to bite of mommy's cake? Look at the frosting. Woo! He approves. He said, yeah, that was nice. Little Langston, he had a big day at school today. He had to get on the bus at 7:52 in the morning. Yeah, he like woke up and he's like, oh my God, it's my birthday. You're absolutely right. Yeah, oh, he wants more frosting. Look at him, he's just gonna take the frosting. You're about to, all right, sorry that you have to leave. Thank you for tuning in. So thanks to everybody who's still here. So I am actually going to be doing the giveaways now because we're 30 minutes in. Once Langston stops eating my birthday cake frosting. Franco, do you want to come get him? I think he's like, no, I'm not going to stop. Here he goes. Here he goes, going for another piece. He said it's handy that that it's in little, like piped into little pieces because you're just gonna take the little pieces off. Is that delicious? Now Langston is a very, very picky eater, so if he's liking it, then it's something because he usually doesn't eat anything that he doesn't eat on a daily basis at all, even if it's amazing. He's not going to eat it unless it's really good. He said, nummy num. Are you a red or white wine type of person? I like both. It depends. Thank you, Dee. Happy birthday to you, too. Fellow Scorpio. Right. Yeah, Langston said he said he's just going to keep picking it. He's just going to pick at the frosting. He's looking for another piece. He said, don't put me down. I'm trying to put him down, but I also know he's going to fuss if I put him down because he probably wants to just be held. Do you see yourself in the camera? Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Langston, you say bye-bye. Do you want to go watch your movie? Or do you want more? Do you want this piece? Oh my goodness. Is that a nummy num? So, somebody asked if I was a red or white wine type of person. I am a red wine person when it comes to red meat or rich foods. I like to pair red wine with that. Uh-oh. Did you get too big of a piece? Oh, he got some sugar in it. He doesn't like the red sugar. But yeah, I like white wine when it's with like cheese or food or, you know, less rich type of stuff. I think he figured out that his movie's not on. Franklin, can you turn on Megamind for him? Here. Franklin, I need you to help. Take it to Franklin. He needs to watch Megamind. So I'm gonna do the giveaways. And little Langston, he took the balloons. Sorry guys. They go the balloons. Anyways, so the giveaways right now, I am going to think of a number between, do you guys chat? See my message? I'm so tired, I can't think clearly. Oh, sorry. I like a good red wine with steak. Yeah, well, white wine is really good with lighter foods like chicken and seafood and things like that. So I'm going to do giveaways. I am going to think of a number between 1 and 100. And whoever picks the closest number to the number that I'm thinking of wins this book starting right now. All right, so far. All right, I know who's closest. Oh my God, Virginia just won it. I was thinking of number 2. Virginia, you are the winner of the signed copy of my memoir. You have to email me your mailing address. So Virginia won it. Good job, Virginia. Next giveaway is the beautiful Maya Angelou, who is, this is what the full copy of this poster looks like, but you get not only the poster, but also the greeting card. So, she guessed like 4 times. Yeah, that is true, but that's fair because I never said you could only guess once. So Franklin, think of a number between 1 and 100. Don't tell me. Okay, you got it? You got your number? Yeah. All right, starting now. All right, we have 7, we have 46, we have 86, we have 69, 86, 27, 163, 8, 33, 72, 44, 98, 90, 52, 17, 7, 13, 7, 56, 65, 44, 22. Tell me when they get close, Franklin. 87, 35.
Somebody guessed it.
Who?
Whoever said 69.
69 was the number. Who guessed 69? Franklin, you can't have a dirty number. My son is 18, but yeah, he's not grown enough for that number. All right, so who guessed 69? Okay, so Tripper McGurdy, you won the Maya Angelou poster. You have to email me your mailing address. So those are the 2 giveaways that I have. And also, I am going to be sending a trophy to everybody who participated in Super Chat today. So if you send a little Super Chat, you get this amazing gold, but not real gold trophy. So, somebody said something about, hold on. I have to swipe up. Caught your son having sex the other day. What? No. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't have any comment on that. No, I have never caught, I think my sons know better. Actually, if he ever has anybody over, he is going to have to sneak that past me because, you're hoping I was giving away the cake, a piece of the cake. I know. I wish I could, but I feel like if I mailed it, it wouldn't be as good, you know, in like 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 days or however long the freaky post office takes to get it there. But you reminded me that I need to eat another bite.
No,
Because it's pretty amazing. Yeah, well. Hi. Hey, Tia. Oh my gosh. Virginia, I can't believe you actually walked in on your kids or your son having sex. That's crazy. That's awkward. Hey, thank you for the birthday wishes. I actually was thinking about, thank you, Nicosia. Yeah, because he's trying to get her. Langston just hugged the cat because, is this a vegan cake? I'm sorry, it's not a vegan cake. It has 2 eggs in it, but you could substitute something for the eggs. It also has a cup of buttermilk in it, but you could probably substitute like another kind of milk with, I don't know, like some kind of buttermilk substitute that's vegan. But the frosting, I'm not sure what you would do for vegan cream cheese frosting. Thank you, Happy Day. Yeah, so far, yes, this is red velvet cake. It's amazing. You have to watch my little video on how I made it. I make it slightly different every time I make it, but what I always love is that little tang in the cream cheese. Yes, that is true red velvet. I mean, it is basically chocolate cake with red dye, but it's like a light chocolate cake. In other words, like you only have like 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, whereas in a chocolate cake, you'd have a lot of chocolate. So it's not as heavy, it's not as dense, it's not as rich, but with that nice red color, it does kind of give you more of the feeling of eating like a really nice piece of, you know, like a richer cake than a white cake or a light and fluffy sponge cake. The cream cheese frosting also is very rich. I know some people prefer to use whipped cream frosting. I like the cream cheese with it though. So Atlanta, I guarantee you it's colder here than Atlanta. It is what's the temperature, Franklin? It's snowing outside right now. It was hailing earlier today, but yeah. Franklin, oh, it's 21 in Atlanta? Wow. Franklin, what is the temperature outside? So maybe it is colder in Atlanta than Spokane. That's weird. Usually it's definitely hands down colder in Spokane. It's 33 degrees here, but it's snowing and it was hailing earlier. So thank you. Contrast why. It's 88 where you are, Damar. You know what? Damar sent me, I have to give him a shout out. Damar sent me the most amazing happy birthday song this morning. Okay, this is an Instagram friend that I have that I didn't even know he could sing, and he can blow. Will the Maya Angelou poster be signed, by the way? Yes, absolutely. It's signed and numbered. So, yeah, people in Atlanta, I guess you could come to Spokane and get 10 degrees extra warmth, but guess what? It will get down to probably like 17 tonight. It's 10 degrees in Chicago though. Yeah, that does sound really cold. Wow, the day's funny. Yeah, 17 in Ohio. See, I heard about the cold snap across the like central and eastern part of the nation. It's cold in San Francisco too. Yeah, well, it hailed today, and I have to say that growing up, of course, I grew up in Montana, as everybody probably knows, but every year on my birthday, on November 12th, was the first. So today I was like, it doesn't even look like it's, thank you, Karen. It doesn't even look like it's going to snow today. Really? It was just 70 yesterday, Andrea? That's amazing. Thank you, Leland. But true form, it did snow. It not only snowed, but it hailed today. So, yeah, well, Damar's birthday song was pretty amazing. So that was a big treat this morning. So I really appreciated that. Thank you, Ramon. I appreciate that. Hopefully somebody else is drinking with me tonight. And eating cake with me. You released that Tamara Mowry's son's birthday is also. Oh, yeah. So Tamara Mowry, she actually was, out of everybody on the reel, she was the nicest to me and to Franklin. Out of the reel. Have any celebrities reached out to me? Not recently, no. Not other than, of course, Malcolm X's oldest daughter, Tala Shabazz, who isn't necessarily like celebrity, but she's extremely well known, and she's, you know, kind of like, I feel like in a higher class than celebrities, because she's kind of a matriarch in her own right, and she stays in touch with me, and I got a happy birthday wish from her today, so that was really special. She's kind of like a mentor figure to me. Do you see how much of this I've eaten? No, you don't get to go outside. Hold on. Sorry, my screen froze a minute. It says my phone is on low battery, but we're 45 minutes in, so I figured it can make it to an hour. No, do you have to go outside right now? This cat has to go outside. She just needs attention. Yes, I'm gonna be full for my cake, but you know what? This is my dinner. Yeah, Nala is like, she does want a full episode. Nala wants her own episode every time. Every single time I start filming. What were the ladies of the reel like? So, the only person who was nice to me was Tamara Mowry, but like Tamara Mowry, but
they're all fucked. Excuse me, lady.
Franklin, don't curse.
Said excuse. I'm 18. I can say that.
Franklin, okay. Franklin has his thoughts on the reel. You want to weigh in, Franklin?
What? Bro, they're all fucked.
No, don't say that again.
You asked me what my opinion was, and I just said.
Anyways, ignore him. I thought he was gonna say something more eloquent.
Oh, they sucked. they were meanie poopy heads.
Franklin did not enjoy it. He actually wanted to go out in the middle of the taping and shut it down because they were being so kind of like rude to me. So, and I had actually painted a painting for all of them. I did a portrait of all of the cast of the reel. So TED Talk, just 1 minute, I'll get to that. So, and afterward, of course, I presented the painting to the cast, even though I felt like at that point they didn't really deserve it. But,
oh, God.
You know, I'd already painted it in good faith because they told me, what did they tell me? They said all they wanted to talk about was my art and being a mother. That's all they wanted to talk about. That's how they got me on the show. So, I don't know if they're appreciative. They didn't really say much, but Tamara just basically told Franklin, she's like, take care of your mom. So, anyway, somebody back up just a few asked me if TED Talk was a good experience for me. So about TED Talk, I did a TED Talk in April. So Langston had just been born a few months prior to that. I did my TED Talk. It was actually TEDx TED Talk because it was at University of Idaho. So those are independently organized TED Talks. And so they didn't run it by the actual board of TED. So they like independently organize these TED Talks at universities, and typically they always post them right away. However, TED Talk censored my talk for 7 whole months. They refused to publish it. They refused to post it online anywhere. Even though it was just over 8 minutes long, there was nothing wrong with it. I memorized my entire speech. I delivered my speech flawlessly. There was nothing that violated any of the rules, but they just didn't want backlash. So, anyway, they basically censored it and refused to release it for 7 months. And then finally, when they released it, they only released it with a disclaimer. So if you actually Google RachelADolezal's TEDx talk or TED Talk, if you find the link, which is hard to find, then it comes with this whole article about how the TED board does not necessarily support me or what I believe, but they had to release it because they stand for new ideas, and it would have been, not in keeping with their mission if they didn't release it and so forth. So anyways, that's what happened with my TED Talk. So I was hoping it was going to be a good experience. In the end, it turned out to not be as good of an experience. Like so many other things, it was just censored and shut down. So anyway, all that negativity aside, somebody asked how to send me a gift, which I love you for that because I'm standing here with wine and a shirt, and I got Ugg boots and all these amazing things, warm socks from people, which I feel like my tribe or my friend group is actually online right now and not locally. So anyways, yeah, you can send me, I'll put my business address as well as my email address in the description of this video. So anybody that wants to do all that, I love you for it. I appreciate you for it. I'll put it in the description of this video. And I will do you a little shout out right now with this thing. Just for thinking of that. Franklin, can you please turn off that alarm on the phone that's on the table? So yeah, we have about 9 more minutes left. I missed some of your comments. I don't know if I want to scroll back up. Oh, how old is who? How old am I? If you're asking how old I am 42. Big years.
I'm 18.
Franklin's 18, he says. You know, by the way.
Langston's 3.
Langston's 3, by the way.
Like
24. Yeah. 42 backwards is 24. Now, I have to tell you, this has been a lot more fun than my only other birthday party in my entire adulthood years, which was when I was 30 years old. Like, I consider this a birthday party because I usually don't do anything for my birthday. I think you turn around a nonprofit with a yeah, I would love to actually work for a nonprofit with it, like a 501c3. Tell Franklin to get behind the camera, they said. So he was behind the camera a minute ago. Uh-oh, I've got to do another shout out. Yay, super chat. They want you behind the camera. Somebody wants to see you. But they didn't get to see you before. Come here. So yeah, I am going to tell you, I was going to tell you about, so here's Franklin. He's still here. He's still tuning in. He gave me a hug and told me, like, you know, so if you have any questions for Franklin, he's here now.
She has high heels on. She's not this tall.
Oh my God. I have very short heels. They're like 1.5 inches. You think he has a need to be taller than me. It said, Franklin, you're a great son.
Shout out. Thank you for that.
So yeah,
Right,
Franklin has grown into a handsome young man. Yes, he has. Okay. He's going to go take a shower because he just got home from the gym. So, oh, Franklin, how do you really feel about the reel, though?
I said it. I think they're fine.
So, yeah, anyways. What was I even talking about? I was going to say something. Now I forgot my whole train of thought.
Talking about your birthday party.
My birthday party when I was 30. So I thought, you know what? I haven't actually thrown myself a birthday party, so I'm going to throw myself a birthday party. I thought I was having a great idea. I made 30 plates of food, which you know I can cook. I actually had 30 bottles of, you know, stuff to drink, not just wine. And I was working at a college at the time. I had my entire house like laid out, like I had stuff to do in every room. I sent the kids away. I invited all these friends. I invited equal numbers, okay, equal numbers of men and women. But do you know what happened? All the guys showed up and only one of my girlfriends showed up. Every last guy I invited showed up and only one girl showed up. And it was so awkward because all the guys, I was single at the time, wasn't dating, I was just single. All the guys were just trying to like see who's gonna get birthday sex. So awkward. I was like, you know what? I can't even throw myself a party. What's wrong with my girlfriends? It just sucks. So basically, I just had to like, you know, I was in this little black dress and I was just like, okay, everybody can leave now. And my good friend who actually, her name was Lisa. So I have a white friend named Lisa and a black friend named Lisa. She was Black Lisa. She was the only one that came over. And yeah, where's my team now? Yeah, right. now I actually have solid, good girlfriend, like friends that are women that I can count on and that are there for me, not having anything to do with sex or anything else, like just there for me, and that's so awesome. So on that note, I never again had a birthday party. So I went out on a limb this year and did this because I was like, you know what? If somebody weird shows up and tries to be creepy in the messages, I can block them, or, you know, like I can just ignore them too. Do I like Yana Van Zant? So actually she invited me to be on her show, or I was invited to be on Fix My Life. And I was like, yeah, no thank you. Cause it's just it's kind of, you know, a lot of that reality TV stuff is just basically to make people look bad on television. It doesn't really, it actually like does more to destroy your life than to fix your life, is how I feel. If it was for me and the people that I love going into that situation, it would just make more chaos than harmony. So I'm trying to get harmony in our lives, and so I chose not to go on that show or the many other shows that I have been offered. Thank you, Karen. See, all of you guys are what I'm living for right now. I feel like you guys are my crew, you're my team, and you're like my in real life friends, but I just find you on YouTube and Instagram. So how do I feel about hold on. I don't know why this like scrolls by so fast. So how do I feel about the final Netflix project? Yeah, we didn't get paid for it, which sucked. We didn't have any say in it, which sucked. They filmed hundreds of hours of our lives over 2 years. So like in our home and following us everywhere for 2 years. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of filming. And I was very disappointed that some of the most positive parts like got cut out, and probably over 12 people who were on my side or had, you know, really great things to say about me just were like cut out of the film. My trip to South Africa was cut. I mean, there's just so much that was cut out. My trip to Dallas. So, you know, I have mixed feelings about it though, because I do feel like I should be grateful that that film kind of like connected me to some of you and to the film. So I am grateful for that, and that some people actually got introduced to my artwork, which they wouldn't have otherwise been introduced to. So I did release my own story in my book. I do not have the funds to create an entire film about myself, so I'm not doing that right now. Maybe at some point I will option my book for a film or something if that opportunity comes my way. But the Netflix documentary is a third-party, neutral perspective. It's not my perspective. It's not my story. It's just an outsider's view. And it was more about the controversy than necessarily about me. So even in the context of how I responded, yeah, how can they not pay? Because actually they do not pay for documentaries because it's considered to be a conflict of interest, because if you get paid, then it can influence the outcome and so on and so forth. So we agreed from the beginning to not get paid, but I also thought it would take like maybe 2 months, not 2 years, to keep on filming, waiting for an ending or conclusion, which never came, because the director thought that it would be like a phoenix rising from the ashes type of story. And because that never really happened, you know, things didn't really just, you know, get turned right around. So that's kind of why they filmed for so long. But anyway, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand, like, I could set aside my feelings about it, like not being completely happy with it, but you know, I set that aside because I do realize that it was a powerful. Somebody said lost audio. Thanks for, yeah. Is the sound back? Can you hear me again? So, yeah, anyway, that's all the stuff about, is the audio back? Okay, good. I think it's like a little slight delay before I see what you guys have typed. So it is at 61 minutes and I was gonna wrap up at, you know, an hour. So I'm going to once again, thank you, Virginia. I'm going to be sending little trophies to those of you who appreciate those gifts. And also the person who won the book and the poster, the signed art print. And this is my birthday hat, but I decided not to wear it because it's so super tall that it didn't really even fit into the camera frame. So anyways, but thank you so much for joining my party. And if you have not yet checked out my red velvet cake recipe, if you do want that recipe, I did a video for you. What I got for my birthday was some Ugg boots, this shirt, some wine, these little black boots. I don't know if you can see them. These guys. Yeah, so I got some really cool gifts and I'm super grateful for the amazing friends that I have and for my kids because they are always my #1 support system. So thank you so much for tuning in and being there for me because you are like my friends. Like I said, like my online friends are my like in real life friends because that's where my life currently exists right now. So cheers to you. And if anybody else's birthday is in November, I'm gonna drink to your birthday. And for those of you who won the giveaways, I'll mail you your gifts. And that is it. We're gonna call it a wrap. So, birthday kisses.